What's up, YouTube? LordDrago here, coming to you today with a back to the basics decks, you guys. I'm back to square one, ground zero, the drawing board, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, my table is in shambles. I got cards everywhere. Oh yeah, and the Avengers posted up on the table. It's up there for a reason, you guys. As LordDrago and being dedicated to dragons, I feel like that the Avengers kind of reminds me of myself, because dragons have been shot down thanks to the ban list, and they will be avenged. So we're not giving up on them, guys. Like I said, I'm trying new things, and this is what I'm gonna call this back to the basics. It's just a basic skeleton. It's not perfect. It's a few combos thought out, so we're gonna get into it, you guys. Off rip, we got Red Eye starting this Metal Dragon. As you notice, I got Galaxy has Photon Dragon on the mat, so I feel like he's a card that should be looked at this format also. So speaking of which, we got Galaxy has Photon Dragon. Level 8, you guys, he's kind of sort of a compulse. I want to call him that, in case you guys don't remember what he does. You can search some of this card from your hand by attributing 2 monsters with 2,000 attack or more. During either player's battle phase, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you can target that monster. You can target the monster this card is battling, banish both it and this card. Then any monster is banished by this effect returns to the field at the end of the battle phase. If the monster banished by this effect was an XYZ monster, this card gains 500 attack for each XYZ material that monster had when it was banished. That's pretty much what he's in here for, guys. You know, this format is really all about XYZs ever since they came out. So, you know, you go, I mean, really it doesn't matter, but just an example, if Queen Dragoon Djinn is on the field, on your opponent's side of the field, she's got 2 materials on it. If the Galaxy Eyes runs into it and moves both of them, all the materials are gone. So, I mean, I feel like it's a good card to look at. Like I said, it's back to basics. So, either way, moving on. I know most disaster players hate Light Pulsar Dragon, and they feel like that's the reason why Metal Dragon got banished or restricted down to 1. True or not, you cannot deny Light Pulsar's effectiveness, period. I mean, there was a reason why it was run maxed out at 3 with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Still a good ass card. I'm still running it. I got a Watt Tail in there for level 6 for Tefnuit. So you start some Tefnuit, offer up Tefnuit for Light Pulsar, get Watt Tail out. The reason why I'm running the 6 engine like that, guys, King of Tomb is a very, very important card for dragons. Like, it's too important to overlook, so you have to get to it fast. So that's it. You know, you get a King of Tomb out there. Instead of always going for Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, go for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. It'll come out at 0/0, but I mean, it'll still have its effect. So you can run into something, remove it from play, then Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon will come back at full stats. So we got double Tefnuit to go into that. So the high level monsters. Then we got 2 Heritage Dragon of Gebeb. This would be the Fire Dog in reference to Flame Veil. Shout out to Lord Solar Prime. He gets out if it destroys a monster by battle, it gets out any vanilla, any level. So that brings in the Alexandrite Dragon. I prefer Alexandrite Dragon over Lesser Dragon for the simple fact that if you draw Alexandrite Dragon, it's got 2,000 attack. So next we got Divine Dragon Apocalypse ×2 for graveyard recirculation. That's pretty much it. Enter into the Mass Dragons. Yeah, I haven't used Mass Dragons in a while. Like I said, this is back to basics. Mass Dragon, even in a simple combo in itself with Mass Dragon, Divine Dragon, Apocalypse. If you go Mass Dragon, if you have 1 Mass Dragon gets destroyed by battle. You can Divine Dragon, Apocalypse out in defense. You draw for your turn, you pitch a card to add that Mass Dragon from your graveyard back to your hand. I mean, that's simple, but I mean, it's just an example. Then you go into your Delta Flyers, which obviously starts out by Mass Dragon. If you get Divine Dragon Apocalypse out, if you have Delta Flyer in hand, summon, raise star level, go into an 8, which with Divine Dragon Apocalypse gives you access to Dark End Dragon. Then you got Exploder Dragon. Then back to Totems. Yeah. So as you can tell, this is a pure dragon deck. Going to the spells, got double pot of duality. It's unnecessary in this deck since it's been slowed down. Double Dragon's Ravine for discardability and graveyard setup. Get Metal Dragon to the grave. I'll go into some more combos of why I run certain cards in this deck, guys. I'm just gonna get through the deck list right now. Triple MST, Dragon Stillfield back row. They got to be eliminated. And Heavy Storm. You got Dark Hole, Reborn, Forbidden Lance ×2 for protection and to help Gabeb get his effect off. One drag connection for searchability. We're gonna put this over to the side. Double Heretic Sealer one Convocation. You got 2 Tefnus and 2 Gabebs. It's nice to have some type of search in this deck. And onto the traps. While I run 2 Dragon's Ravine, and why I say, loading the graveyard is pretty important. We get a lot of Dragon Reincarnation, Dragon Rebirth going on in here. So for the lack of 2 Metal Dragons, we put 2 Dragon's Rebirth in there. For the longest time, this card has seemed pretty dead and useless because we had 3 Metal Dragons, but guess what? We don't have 3 Metal Dragons anymore, so we have to figure out something. I prefer Dragon's Rebirth over Call of the Haunted for the simple fact that Dragon's Rebirth does not designate a target. You don't have to specify, just like with Metal Dragon. So, and then it banishes the target instead of Call of the Haunted being attached to it, therefore Call of the Haunted being MST'd, and it's chainable, more importantly. So with all dragons and Totem Dragon here, also Totem Dragon coming from the graveyard by himself. You can play Dragon's Rebirth, get any dragon. That's why you see Galaxy Eyes, you see Light Pulsar and Metal Dragon in there. Anything can be brought back from the hand or graveyard. So I think it's a very good card. The staples: Double Torrential, Double Warning, and Double Mirror Force. Alright. So like I said, put Drag Connection up there in the corner. You got enough monsters in here to duplicate levels. You got 6s, Wattail, Pulsar, what else we got? Got Gabeb. Search out for the 4s. Send Alexandrite back for these monsters. It's just enough cards, enough star levels in the deck to manipulate, guys, for a Drag Connection. It's very useful. One of the combos that I was thinking about with this deck was with Dragon's Ravine. Having Dragon's Ravine in hand and let's see, Gabeb and Metal Dragon. And I throw this combo out, guys. I know it's, you would think that it's a hypothetical situation, but I just shuffle testing through the deck at this present moment. It happened. Alright, so you go Gabeb, summon Gabeb, say they got a monster, run over the monster, get your Wattail out. Get your Alexandrite. Alright. So now you got 2 level 4s on the field. What are you gonna do with that? Well, in this particular situation, I went into Queen Dragoon Djinn with no targets engraved. I played Dragon's Ravine. I pitched out Metal Dragon from my hand to the graveyard. Descend Light Pulsar from the deck to the graveyard. Then on top of that, I already did Queen Dragoon Djinn's effect, remove Alexandrite, and target the Light Pulsar and brought it back to the field. See what I'm saying? So Light Pulsar's effect on the field is dead, but yet you just tossed out Metal Dragon from your hand to the graveyard. So if they do go Dark Hole, fine. Pulsar goes and Metal Dragon comes out. Just an example, guys. Tefnut was a big risk in this deck for the simple fact that I don't have any level 2 tuners. So if I were to have Delta Flyer, even in that combo itself, that was another play I had. Even if you had Djinn out there and Light Pulsar and you pulled Delta Flyer, for example. Well, shit. I got Delta Flyer, I got Light Pulsar on the board. What synchro am I going to possibly go into? Obviously, summon Delta Flyer, raise Light Pulsar star level up to 7. 7 and 3 is 10. We still have Trident Dragon, which I don't know where the hell it is right now. Either way, guys, you're going to Trident Dragon. Hold on. Like I said, guys, this is back to basics. I'm very unorganized at this present moment. But you got Trident Dragon on the board. This isn't a Dragoonity deck, so you really don't leave Dragons Ravine like that. So you got Trident Dragon on board. You go pop Ravine. At least you get a double attack, right? You're still not done. The Djinn still has one material on it because Gebeb is still on it. So you remove Gebeb from it and get that Light Pulsar that you sent to the graveyard right back. Therefore allowing you still to have access to Metal Dragon if they manage to clear your board again. So I mean, it's just a few things I thought about, guys. You know, like I said, it's a basic deck. It's nowhere near complete. I just wanted to give you guys something to let you know that LordDrago is still trying to avenge the dragons. You guys tell me what you think. If you guys have any suggestions out there, you know, Dragon community. I'm trying. I know you're trying. So let's try to figure this out together, guys. Either way, guys, tell me what you think about the deck. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm out.